Let's get it.
Welcome to episode 18 of the Whatever Podcast, the show where we talk about whatever. So we are in Brooklyn, New York. Right now we got Pragmatic visiting.
Beast.
Brooklyn Worldwide, you know, this is the childhood home. This is where it all started. Been here my entire life. So it's good to have Vic here. First time visiting here, staying here for the week. Yeah, man, it's been a fun time.
It's been so cool, bro. It's been so cool. Like people talk about how vastly different the South and the North is, and I can get that.
Yeah.
But I still feel an essence of home and like hospitality and like acknowledgement coming up here. And I can say that's one thing for sure. I really appreciate it. Every place we've gone, like we run into good people. Yeah,
people are nice in New York. That's the misconception that like we're all mean isn't true. Like everyone's just really busy, and it's like A to B. We're all kind of running against the clock, so there isn't like a lot of time to stop on the street and be like, "Hey, how's it going?" Though that has kind of, I've taken that with me from my time in North Carolina and Oklahoma, where I'll just be like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like I'll do that, and some people will be like, "Oh, I'm like, what? Are you trying to sell me?" So I have to remember to like kind of turn that off and just go from A to B. But you know, people are kind out here. You know what I mean? So it's good to have Prag out here. But in this episode, last episode we talked about my recent project Day 1000 that dropped in July. Gave it a little artist breakdown. Now we're gonna talk about Vic's upcoming project Doe. He's actually released about 6 songs, 6 or 7. Let's see.
It will be 7 as of October 6th.
7 songs as of October 6th on YouTube, kind of giving you guys like an early release. But there are 14 tracks in total. We're going to talk about the album itself and like what inspired that and what we can expect coming. And I think it'll drop sometime next year, early next year, or something like that. So we'll just kind of break down Doe. I'll be the host. So talk to me about, before we even get to the music, what inspired you to make Doe? Talk about what Doe's about, and you know the experiences you went through growing up that even gave you the foundation to be able to make a project like Doe.
Great question. So I grew up single parent household. Like I still was able to connect and chop it up. My pops, my dad. Shout out, you know, we have a really good relationship to this day. But in the household where I was at, it was my mom, my grandma, my auntie. And my mom knew that I needed to have some interaction with positive men figures outside of the house. Outside of the house, because there weren't any in the house. My brother went off to college. That was that. I see my pops every now and then and whatnot. And just outside of school, to have something consistent, and to also, she was like, you know, you're going to have something that's going to keep you disciplined and have something that keeps your mind occupied, because it's just so much to get caught up in. And I was really around a time where she was working so much and needed to know that I was active in something and had something that could keep my attention aside from just what can I get into as a teenager growing up on the west side of the city.
Put that energy into something positive.
Yeah. So she put me in this taekwondo, and I thought about it. I said, that'd be cool. Got in it and did it for a couple months. I said, this is cool, but I don't want to stay here. She said, well, she thought this was. She would not let me back out. And that actually built a lot of hair in my mouth.
Yeah. It's all good. This is part of this is what makes the podcast so special. We don't really edit stuff like this out. Last episode we had to deal with a roach. Now we got to deal with a hair. I think that's going to be the theme of the Brooklyn episodes.
The uninvited guest. So I think I bit my mustache and got a piece of hair.
Oh, okay.
So I really didn't want to do that, and that really became a source of tension in our relationship. And I would go just because I'm gonna respect what she says. Yeah. But I wasn't doing it happily. I really had a source of just frustration, because I want to do this. I want to hang out with my friends. I want to go at party. I want to go skate. I want to go do these things. I don't want to be here. But not knowing that as a young person, my view is so hyper focused that I can't see all the other dangers that lie around.
Right.
Like even just on the street. Like,
sure.
Policing really started to increase. Drug activity started to increase.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not even stuff that she just like saw on the news, or maybe she did, but just like looking back, it was just it could have been just like one of those times you just get caught up in the wrong day, wrong place, wrong time.
For sure.
But still did it. And then it came to a point, I think it was so I practiced Taekwondo for almost 7 years, like like straight through.
So your mother, she chose Taekwondo for you, or you chose it and you initially were excited and then you're like, oh, I don't want to do anything. Like who's chose Taekwondo?
She chose. She was looking for activities.
Okay.
To be in.
Got it.
I remember she was at Publix and she saw someone with their dobok on, and she asked him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I can give you information."
So she got inspired, and then you ended up doing it for 7 years.
Yeah.
So like that's amazing to go from like I hate this to like 7-year commitment. Yeah.
And I think what really did it was like after it came to a point where I had to let go of the resentment that I had and really see like, okay, what can I gain from this? Like I've gained friends from it.
Mm-hmm.
I've gained mental fortitude from this. I've gained so much, and then not even just what I had to gain, but being in a position of leadership, even when I didn't want to be. Like I just became hyper aware of the young folks that are constantly just trying to glean from what I have to, whether it's say or do or demonstrate. And then that's when I really kind of became aware that, it's not just about what I want to do or don't want to do. And I did grow into that. And
I think it's important to mention that you're a black belt in Taekwondo. So he was qualified to teach people underneath him. That's a big deal. It's the highest you can go in a martial arts form, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. Like once you get your black belt, so the belt symbolizations, and first, like Taekwondo is the art of hand and foot fighting, and Do means the way, the place of enlightenment. And so you start with a white belt, symbolizes innocence. Yellow belt symbolizes the earth from which the plant sprouts. Green belt symbolizes plant growth. A red belt is caution, danger, wanting opponent to stay away, and for the practicer to exercise control. And black belt symbolize maturity and proficiency in Taekwondo. And then after you get your black belt, then you can go up in specific like individual ranks. And so and those are called the degrees. So I'm a first degree black belt, but it goes up to 9 degrees. And so your 8th and 9th, that's when you're considered a grandmaster. And shout out to Grandmaster Moore. He's a grandmaster. He's got his 8th degree. And
there's no purple belt, or did you mention purple already?
There are purple belts in various styles. Taekwondo is an art form, but like all art forms, they can deviate. Because I practice Mudokwan, but there's like Mushondo. There's a whole bunch of other different styles of Taekwondo. So and they add different belts, like they're purple belts, orange belts, brown belts, striped belts. But yeah, there are different schools of it. But the main thing is that the core is that you recognize that like before we did any testing, physical testing, it was about the written material. Like what is the mission? To get educated. What is our purpose? To be a leader of my life and to practice being a better person. What are the 4 characteristics that should never be a problem in your life? Attitude, conduct, discipline, and respect. What are the tenets of Taekwondo? Courtesy, indomitable spirit, integrity, patience, perseverance, self-control. Like these are the things that we had to recite, and not just recite but practice, because if we didn't do that, not just in the dojo, if we didn't do that outside and we got a bad report going back to the dojo, you can guarantee you're gonna be in the concrete hallway on your knuckles for like the first 20 minutes of class. You might come back, or you're holding bricks over your head, or like you gotta spar all the black belts because you wilding out. And I've had that happen to me a few times, and learned the hard way. But
for sure,
it just built character, I could say, for sure.
How did it feel being a black kid in martial arts? Because that's not really like a thing you see often. There's definitely like, I grew up watching like Jackie Chan movies, Bruce Lee movies, Sambo movies, like Chuck Norris, all these things, but I never felt like, oh, I'm gonna go like learn it. I don't know why I didn't like, because I just didn't think I could do it, or it didn't feel like that was for me, or maybe I was just influenced by my environment, because it's like for us it's more like, you know, like go do a sport as opposed to go do a martial art. Like fighting isn't really the thing that I thought I would go into. So like talk about that, because that's not something you see often. It's not something you hear about often either. What was that experience like? Now, it was in Atlanta. I don't know if it was like mainly a all black dojo or if it was like a mix of kids, because you know Atlanta's pretty diverse. What was that like? What was that your specific dojo like and experience like? I don't know if you met other, you know, people in the practice from other dojos, but like talk about that.
Yeah, so at the dojo, our side of town, west side, it's black. You know what I'm saying? African diasporic, black folks, brown folks. But like everybody in the class I was attending was brothers, sisters. In the essence of like.
Got you.
Black.
Yeah.
So it really felt like this microcosm in the city, because I mean I felt like an outlier, like, but nobody knew. I don't know how many people actually knew outside of the people that I practiced with
that you were doing it
at all. Like it just never came up in conversation. It wasn't something that I wanted out on Front Street. Yeah. Because when you're growing up on the side of the city and somebody find out something, they always want to test you and push you. And I was like, hey, not what I want. Hey,
And the fact that it doesn't normally come up, this isn't like a thing that we would normally be talking about. It's like, it's more like, did you see the game? What game did you like? Did you hear about the new video game? Blah blah.
And
like
I was already out of the loop on all them conversations.
Yeah, no one's like, hey, what martial art are you practicing? Like that's not a normal conversation. I think in any like if any like black space, browns, but I mean like most spaces in general, no one's really talking about martial arts. That's not like, that's a unique thing in and of itself. But then it gets even more unique when it like comes to like the black community. So that makes sense that no one was like, hey, what, like you're doing martial arts, right? Of course, right? Like, no, it's not a thing that we normally do.
Yeah, but I mean, like, even knowing that I was an outlier, like a fraction of a percent in the city, on that side of the city, like the fundamentals and the foundation that it gave me to just recognize that just because it's not a norm doesn't mean I can't make it one for myself. Sure. Doesn't mean just because big capital C culture isn't practicing it doesn't mean that I can't practice it for myself. And I think back to the Taekwondo student oath. I shall respect instructors and seniors. I shall never misuse Taekwondo. I shall be a champion of freedom and justice. I shall build a more peaceful world. Like all those things I was able to take with me, not just in the dojo, but everywhere else I went. And I really, as I got older, I started to see, oh snap, like my listening skills here are translating into listening skills there, translating into, oh, I can just be quiet and like listen and not have a problem with that. Even when I know I want to do this or say that, or like I really had a big anger problem when I was like younger. And that helped me to recognize that my actions have impacts and effects that, you know, even if I have an intention one way, the impact could be completely against that intention, and I have to be in control of that. And that definitely helped me. Even though I had anger and frustration in a different way, I didn't take it out physically anymore. Absolutely,
yeah. It definitely helps you aim that energy into something positive. When I was like growing up, it was more like, it wasn't even anger. It was just like I was lost. I was like, I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. Luckily, I had school to like kind of fill that void, but then it was like I came home and like, you know, now what do I do? It was just kind of consuming things, trying to figure it out, not knowing what it was. But then once I found music, it was like, oh, I can put everything that I, you know, couldn't say into this. I also wasn't speaking a lot, so it's cool to find those things that like really help aim the emotions into something like positive. So now like it's like therapeutic music. And then even fitness now, that's like my physical journey. If I am feeling angry, if I am feeling like upset, lost or whatever, I can just do a workout and that kind of clears your head, you know, just like gets all that out. You just like get that energy out, and then you take a shower and it's like, okay, cool, it's not as bad anymore. So it's cool that you were able to have that growing up, especially as a young kid, because you can go either way. You're so like easily impressionable. So like now you were there for 7 years. What year did you stop? Was it like 20 what?
20 like 2012.
2012.
2012, because I got into Mays High School in 2011, and I talked about like really doing soccer seriously.
Right.
And
okay.
so that's the conversation. My mom was like, I was like, it's like, if you get out of this, what are you gonna be doing?
Yeah.
And I said, when I go to Mays, I'm gonna play soccer.
Okay.
And so it was kind of like a handoff. Like as soccer practice increased more, like my time waned, or it came to like a denouement with Taekwondo, and then it was pretty much soccer 5 days a week. And I try to go to Taekwondo on like weekend classes, but at that time, the class size, the school was actually kind of like slowing down because Grandmaster Moore is the only instructor, like the Grandmaster of the school. Yeah. So, yeah.
Would you say that what you learned in Taekwondo helped you out on the football pitch?
Definitely.
Because I mean, obviously kicking, but you know what I mean. But
oh man, flexibility, agility, dexterity, awareness. Like all that translated. Because I'm already trained to run on the balls of my feet, like being able to pivot on a dime, like jumping,
staying focused,
discipline, being able to recognize my teammates' voices from a whole bunch of other shouting people's voices, like all of that. Even just like having the ability, like, because fights broke out on the field
for sure.
Like we had rival schools, where police would show up to our games because they know they're gonna fight. Like that's just gonna happen. And like folks try stuff on the field, and to be above it, or to know how to, all right, I'm gonna fake you out and make you look silly, but I'm not gonna touch you at all. Right. Like I had to figure out. We all had to figure out ways to like be creative to like most of us to stay out of trouble as much as possible. I did get a couple cards, granted, but like it definitely did translate.
And you were able to become the captain of the team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. So in the 10th grade year, my coach gave me an award. It was like an outstanding achievement award. It was like a little crystal with a little dude that plays soccer, hard. Right? It was cold. That's hard. And then he said, I want you to be the captain. And then he said, I'm leaving the school.
Oh, wow. So he kind of like handed the reins of the team over to you, symbolically and like literally, because he was gone. Wow.
And so I'm in 11th grade. The most, like one of the 3 or 4 most senior students on the team, and we don't have a coach. Wow. So I know this about Taekwondo, but I think even the leadership that I practiced in Taekwondo reminded me and just like came back in a resurgence in that moment, like that fall semester. Like we ain't got a coach, but all the spring teams that play sports in the spring are practicing now. I'm like, I call my bro Steven, I call my bro Dylan, call Aaron, call some of the other folks on the team, Jose, Axel. Like I was like, hey y'all, like we got games in the spring.
We got games. Yep.
So we gonna be out on this field practicing. Y'all can come through. If y'all gonna play over there. We'll scrimmage, we'll do that, but we got drills, we got practice, we got conditioning to run through. For sure. And like having even just like 2 people that will come that are like serious about it, that definitely helped like me maintain my fortitude, because there's some days I'm just like, I don't know what this team finna look like. And it'd be tough, but definitely Taekwondo came back to remind me of what it is that was most important in that moment.
There's a line in the Karate Kid, the new one with Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan, and he tells Jaden at every session, like, pick up your jacket, put it on the hanger, put it on, take like all that, and he's just like, what am I doing this for? And when he's like kind of tired, they've been doing this for like a week or something, he's kind of tired, he's just like, he takes the jacket and he's like, pick up your jacket, and then they ended up like, all the things that he was doing in those motions helped him survive that little like sparring match that they had. And then at one point he's like, kung fu is in everything that we do. It's not just the fighting part aspect of it. It's like how we treat people and how it shapes our character. And you had that foundation built up. So when it was time for you to step up, you was just like, the instincts kicked in and you're like, oh, I gotta step up, I gotta lead. I was given the reins of the team. I gotta be a captain in actions and not just name only. So it's cool to see how that translated into like sports as well. And then now like this is around the time we go to Davidson, like we're into music now. When did you, we were doing our own thing and we were all kind of like figuring out what we were going to be like as a team, right? So there wasn't much time to kind of like focus on ourselves until like much later on in our career, like near the end of it, after we formed the company and everything. So when did you think, okay, like I want to make a project kind of centered around my Taekwondo experience? Like when did that start? And then like kind of walk through just the processes of that, because at that point it's 2015. At that you've been removed from Taekwondo for a minute. So like how did like, what was that process like, you know?
Yeah, so when I think back to some of the key moments where I really felt like anchored and tethered, that's when I'm in church and developing my relationship with God. And that was when I was engaged in Taekwondo, and I think these communal activities remind us of our responsibility. And for me, like, it reminded me of my responsibility not just to myself but to those around me. And again, I've been on this like search for, what do I find just like peace? What do I find just tranquility, stability in the things that I do, no matter where I'm at? Yeah. And I thought about the concept of do. It's the way. And the way is like, it's an ongoing process of moving in a direction. It's in that way. It's the place of enlightenment, reaching that and finding it, okay, here and there along the way. And I'm like, man, this is just the ever growing journey. And went back to it, and I actually again kind of started the early beginnings of it, just like writing back in 2019. Okay. After and it was interesting, like I didn't even know the concept was going to be broken up like this, but it was kind of broken up into 3 books, 3 acts. Okay. Kind of like a Denzel Curry's projects, Taboo. Yeah. Because he had like part 1, part 2, part 3. I remember that. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, like the first section is like, all right, what are my philosophies? What are my thoughts? What are the things that I'm excited about? And then my upbringings, who I am, identity. Then it kind of goes into how my identity interacts with others, specifically women. And so like the second part is really just like reflections on interactions, reflections on relationships, reflections on how do I want to be a better man, reflections on I know I shouldn't have did that. Yeah. Huh? And I got to be better, right?
We've all been there.
All been there, right? And then the third part is like, all right, I learned. Now let's go back into just like kind of like this reflection, a little bit of taught my stuff in a sense, but just like gratitude as well and appreciation. So those tracks came together like different parts, some like sequentially, some like all over the place, but I think it really came together. And I was living in North Carolina, out farming for a bit. Right. And I started attending a dojo in Virginia, because it was just like a 30 minutes north of me across the border. Yeah. And so I'll go up there twice a week, practice with them. Didn't know that. Yeah, it was cool building a community in Virginia. Yeah. Like, it was the only I was one or two, maybe 3 brothers in the class, but other ones like young cats. But I think that was a really important time to, like, for me to go out and seek something than being just isolated on 54 acres of a farm. For sure. And like it's just me, like, in my thoughts. That was kind of a spiral. So to do that was important. And I was like, I just got to incorporate this back into my life. I know I can't do it every day, every month, but whenever I am, wherever I can, practice with some folks. So just like go see, go watch. And I came back that winter, and one of my big bro's friends, Nadia Nochi, she has a photography company, and she really doesn't shoot like folks. She does strictly product photography. Yeah. But she was open to like having a shoot with me, and I told her the project, I told her the importance behind it, and we had a shoot and got the cover art back in 2021. Project was actually supposed to drop in December 2021. But
there's a lot going on around that time. So I don't even know if because I know you're still working on it now. Like, it might not have been like as good as it could be now that you've like grown more as a person, you know, because you didn't write everything in 2019, right, or something like that. No,
like, I'm honestly, like, some tracks were still like half finished. I was just really ambitious. I said I can do this December 2021. Yeah. But I really similar to when we were talking about Day 1000. I couldn't finish the songs couldn't be finished until the work was finished.
Right.
And so some songs I'm like, how am I gonna finish this in 2021? I got 2 lines from it because I still ain't sort this thing out.
Right.
Like I couldn't force myself to get out words that I hadn't actually lived.
For sure.
And so I honestly writing on some songs for like 2-3 years, and we're here in 2025 when that's supposed to be a 21 project, right? But I'm glad I gave myself the time, as much as I kind of did beat myself up, like you should have been dropped this, I should have been do that. But maybe I would not have gained and grown all those different ways that I did had I not like gave it the time.
You definitely don't want to rush rush greatness and all that, especially since you're like, the way that you outlined it is kind of like a movie, and you want to actually like, you don't want to leave anything unfinished, any plot holes. You could probably like feel it in the music where it's like, wait, what? Like you're talking about that's cool, but like how did it end? Like what was going on? Now you'll be able to like really, paint that picture a lot more clearly. So you got the outline. It's 3 acts. We kind of know what it's, what it's gonna entail.
And even like, had I dropped it in 2021, we went to Hawaii 21 or 22.
We did Hawaii in August.
Yep. That. So No Map, the track that I made while we was there, like out in the camping spot, like that's actually the first track that's been released from the album that I was like, but this is going to be on the album. So and that was a great time, and we definitely went through a lot while we were there. It was an emotional, like spiritual experience. We were just with some dope people and y'all so dope,
amazing places and spaces. Shout out to the Hamakua crew.
Hamakua guest house.
That was great. And that informed my music going. Obviously, that was where we shot John Oliver, and so like obviously it had a big impact. But that helped when I came back. I was like, oh, there's so much more to talk about. We went through so much while we were there. Amazing people. Like, you need to live life, especially as an artist, to really get like to paint that full picture and like really be able to talk about this thing, especially when we're talking about a project like yours where it's about like ongoing situations. It makes sense that you didn't drop it right away, and I think it's perfect timing because like what's funny is like Doe is both, but Doe and Day 1000 are both like very physical projects, and it's as well as like mental. And it's funny because like you put the projects side by side, both of us like have our shirts off and we're just like in different modes. It's perfect timing. Let's talk about some of the tracks that you already put out. We got 6 out right now, 7th one coming out on the 6th of October.
First one, Better the Best.
Quick breakdowns.
One at a time, the things in my mind, I learned it's better to pace it out. Yeah, my shine, but give it some time. You can't always go by to face them out. Hard to climb when things are declining, and I'm trying to make some escaping routes. Genetic drift, I'm a different breed. Man, writing down all of my epiphanies. That was really just like, the title track is Better to Best, because like, gotta be better to make it the best.
Is this track 1 of the album?
That's track 1.
So it is going in order of like, cool. All right, so this is how we're starting off.
Better to Best is how it starts, and like that was an instrumental that I was working on for I think maybe about a year, honestly. Like I think I actually made that instrumental kind of towards the tail end of 2019 of our school year.
Really? So you had this for a while.
Like I had just been sitting on it, but it was like really simple, basic instrumental. It didn't have like, because I added more instruments, I made it bigger, added more layers, added and I think that was the song where it changed for me. Like, and granted, it doesn't happen all the time now, but I had a different intention on if I'm going to record the track for this project. Like, I'm not going to be reading off my phone. I'm not going to be reading off the lyrics. Like, I'm going to, like, the lyrics are going to be up here and they're going to be in here, and I'm just going to say it with the emotion and the feeling that I need. And that was like also a different shift for me, just like, because there'd be times where I don't get to record for like months at a time, but I'm on the bus and the train, and I'm just like just reciting the lyrics, just so I have them and I remember, I hold true to them. For sure. So that's Better the Best.
What's the second track?
Second track is that's No.
You can check. Yeah.
I can check. Second track is On Lock.
Okay, On Lock. Talk about that one.
So that was kind of when I first started getting into my production style of like really doing a lot of granular synthesis and like making sounds. I made that beat summer 2019.
Okay.
When I just like took a break from like work, school after graduating. It's like,
yeah,
I'm just gonna cook, bro.
This after, wait, was this during Columbia or after Columbia?
Right after Columbia.
Okay.
Right after Columbia.
Okay.
I came back and I just made like cause right after that I worked with another artist on some beats, and then I just like made like 50 beats that summer, something like that, and just was just like trying to just get those reps in a sense. So
for sure.
Was really kind of figuring out my production style, but I was listening to my older stuff and trying to like bring back elements of that in a sense, because I really appreciated how just like atmospheric and just like out there and like uninhibited I was in terms of like putting beats together. And
we're talking about like the Executive Order era.
Even like older than that. I'm thinking like when we made Sauce Season, just thinking about some old beats,
2016,
like, just like uninhibited, like try that sound, ooh, that beat, like right. Versus like once you've put in some time, you kind of know the recipe. Like, oh, I'm gonna use that, I'm gonna use that, I'm gonna use that. But like really kind of just allowing it to be expansive. So it was like a sample that I made, and I just had that same sample loop, but it just did what it was supposed to do. I had kind of like this 808 that had a bit crusher on there, so when it like knocks, you hear like this but it was like, call it basic. You don't see what you can build on top. Meditating on my focus, got these skills on lock. Yeah, I'm ready for the journey. Know the hills won't stop, even mountains on the way, but it's still gonna rock. Just like I gotta be on lock. I gotta be like this. I guess is locked in, right? But I gotta be on lock about what it is that I want to do, who it is I want to be.
Yeah.
And there were times I didn't feel that. Like I'm writing these songs, I'm like, I don't feel this at all. I feel like the furthest thing from On Lock. But it was a reminder of like, because I feel that way sometimes. Like I listen to my old stuff and I'm like, it's old, it's young Vic saying, hey, don't quit, bro. Like keep going. You see the vision. You knew the vision.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just gotta go back and listen to that because I get sidetracked.
For sure. Yeah. Sometimes I listen to my first solo tape, and I was like 19 when that dropped, and so I'm listening to it. So I'm just like, yo, like where's this coming from, man? Like you like I only talked about what I was living at the time, but the confidence that the little peaks of confidence, I was like, damn, this is crazy. You're just going like, yo, where'd that line come from? It's just like it's definitely motivating, you know, and kind of like a reminder, like, yeah, we've been doing this for a while, and like, nah, we can really do this. And then you also see the growth too, where it's like, oh yeah, like how I was approaching that, I don't do that anymore, you know, like, or like now it's a little less stiff in certain areas, you know. So no, that's cool that we can just do that, because they're really, if you really like listen to our stuff, we really just grown and matured with it, like, you know, because we used to be very different when we were rapping, like really like stiff with it, not allowing ourselves to be flexible and be a little more vulnerable. Yeah, right. Like just that, and it's like I remember being afraid to say certain words, and like, and it's like, oh, I can't say that. Like, oh, what if like my mom hears that, or someone in the family hears that? And it's like now it's like it's very important not to sugarcoat or water down what I'm feeling, because it's like these are human emotions. And they're real. Like sometimes you're not gonna like wanna, you know, you're not feeling uplifting. You don't want to make an uplifting type song. I'm not trying to motivate. Like I'm just going through some shit and I need to talk about it. I got a text that I didn't like and it brought up all these old memories. And now I got this song that I gotta make to like put that out. And it's like I also don't rewrite anything, because I'm like, whatever I'm feeling in that moment, that was valid. I literally lock in the room, put the beat on, and I write it out, and then it's like, okay, that's it. Don't even touch it anymore. Like we'll figure, if it could be better, I'll make a better song later. You know what I mean? But that's what it is. So it's cool that you were able to have that. So track 3. What's track 3?
Earthbound 96. And
okay,
that's when I talk about like,
that's a fun title.
Yeah. And it's funny because I think about my project. What that was?
You have many.
bro.
There's a bunch of like projects that we haven't promoted because Vic will just drop them
Thanks for buying time.
and not tell anybody, not tell anybody about them. So check those out on Spotify. They're just there. If you go there, you'll just be surprised. Like, this isn't on YouTube. Yeah, they're there. They're out there.
So it was another song. Boom. It was called. All right, it's not loading fast enough, but it is.
It's not connected to Saturn, is it?
It's not connected to Saturn. It is pre-Saturn. Boom. Roadrunner. It was from the project. I forgot what was the title of the project. I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm goofing right now.
Yeah,
Go to album.
I'm forgetting the name of that project.
Faith Walk.
Yeah,
it's me with the straw and the.
Yeah. I remember the photo. I forgot the name of the project.
Yeah.
Okay.
Faith Walking. It's kind of like a drawback to that, but I go a little bit deeper in terms of like Earthbound, like 96. That's when I came to this planet. That's when I was born. But then also thinking about Atlanta, the side of the city that made me and whatnot. And so just just kind of really just going through that, talking about some family stuff, talking about just like my own mental process, talking about just what I'm seeing and how I want to do things differently. So that's what that one was. And that was, again, just like the same like production style, but it was faster, and I don't know, it just what was it needed to be. It was what it needed to be.
A grounding track, I guess. Grounding in like the city that made you, and the specific time that you were born in and whatnot. That's cool. What about track 4? What's going on with track 4?
Track 4, I believe that's No Map. So
okay,
I
No
put
Map.
No Map back in.
Okay.
And that was cool because it started with the sample of the drum circle
from Hawaii.
Yeah, from Hawaii.
Oh man, that like we were at this dope drum circle after swimming at a black sand beach, and we all just got in on it. And then if you weren't drumming, you're dancing in the area. The sun was out on the grass, looking out at the sky and the sea. Like, I got on the drums. We were all just having a good time. It was a great time. Like, I was like, what a gathering. All kinds of people. Everyone's just vibing. Then the night came and looking at the stars, and then the fire dancers came out.
Bro,
that was a moment, man. That's like a
moment.
Crazy. Then Evie came out with the glow sticks and started. That was a crazy night. Yeah, what a great sample.
Yeah,
to add to the. Man, what a moment. Yeah, go ahead.
That one's funny because I don't have a rhyme scheme in that at all. It's not even like a cadence. It's just like I ain't even trying to rap. I'm just speaking from my heart. Trying to put us in the cage. Limitations with a scale. Yeah, this weight is more than waves, more than water in the world. I'm gonna pace it out because there's plenty more to run. I ain't trying to get fatigued this early in the marathon. Just like it was really just talking, being like, yo, like No Map, like of all the privilege and the blessings of the place we've been able to go, it's felt like we've been able to maneuver and not feel like, where are we going? It's just like, we're got it. Go here, go there. Somebody's like, hey, come with us along the way. It's we can look at Google Maps and be like, you want to go there, but aside, like, we're able to maneuver and move differently because of what we keep like with us and the presence that we bring to every place we go. And that really resonated with me there, like while we're in Hawaii, because I'm just like, we just met these wonderful women that are helping take care of this spot, this house, and out of their kindness and just our genuineness, it's just like, hey, let's go on this adventure. Oh, we'll show you this, and
they put us on,
put us on, like just being welcome. Like, it really reminded me of what it means to be a global citizen, and just seeking to bring your best and just being open to other folks' best as well. For sure.
And what was going on with track 5?
Track 5, Party Over Here. I actually made that one. I think 2020.
Okay.
2021, because I was out of North Carolina at the farm, and that was just completely different. It was just like this scent, this swell with like this little rim, kind of like water drop, like big reverb, and it's not even like this normal voice, like my rapping voice. It's just like this processed, like pitched up voice with like and just like it was just this kind of like submerged sound. I felt like just driving like on the highway, purple lights, blue lights, just kind of just going through.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the segue going into the next series of songs, which also kind of kicks off with Justin Cartier.
Okay.
Who was the first feature on this project.
That's track 6?
That's track 6, yep.
So before we get into that one, like what inspired the sound change to like, you know, switch up the style, and also your voice, like what were you like, I want to go into a higher pitch on this one, and like was this to signal we're going into part 2 or was it some other reason?
Great question. I think that was now that was definitely around the time I actually made No Pressure.
Oh yeah, I love No Pressure. That's a great listen to that song, watch the music video, shot that in Italy. That's one of his best songs, hands down.
Best video
period.
Shot, like,
oh yeah, that was an amazing video.
I said, bro, I'm trying to do this, and he said, I got you, and he got it.
Beautiful how it came out. So much fun to make. People were looking at us in the street like, what's going on, and they putting on a show, but it came out so well.
Oh my god.
Just running all around Capri, it was great. Yeah.
But yeah, like with that one, I was really trying to just get into that distorted voice. I was playing with a lot of like simplicity, openness, space, and just letting. That's when I kind of really started to appreciate my voice as an instrument and see my voice as an instrument. Because before it's like music, voice. Yeah. And I'm like, no, like they go together, they blend together. And I was like, let me just try to tap into that creative aspect into it. It's like how I could stretch, how I could do something differently. And yeah,
that definitely is reminiscent of No Pressure, because you definitely were like distorting your voice, and that made it come together in a really dope way, and it was a lot more like vibey than your other stuff, which is more like lyrical and just kind of like coming at you with the lyrics. This one was like, like taking you on a journey, and I was like, oh, like this is crazy, this is amazing. I remember like, and when we were out there, I was like, we gotta shoot something for this. There's no question. And then that was like, that might have been video 12 or 13 or whatever, and best video out of all of them, because like we just had some, because just like how you were on the song, it was just flexible. We were flexible with the filming, and we're like, we gotta get that feeling on camera. Yeah. So track 6 now is the first feature. On the album. With Justin Cartier. And okay. What's the name of that song?
Unlimited.
Okay.
It's funny because he actually came out so we could work on some stuff for his album. Because that's when he was working on
You're the Dragon?
No, Cartier's Destiny.
Okay. Yeah.
And so we was getting some content for that. And yeah, he came up to the farm, stayed for a couple days, and this is like, because he's in the Navy, and so he had some time off, came up. We locked in, got some stuff made, and on the drive back, the like 6-hour drive back, we just playing beats, playing our songs, freestyling, and I played him that beat. He said, "Oh," he's like, "Okay," and so he wanted to add something to it. So I was like, "Bro, let's get it." So yeah, it really came together well, because at that point we had only really been working together like 2 years.
Yeah. Did he hear that song, just the instrumental, or was your voice on it too?
Instrument. No, my voice was on it.
Okay, cool.
And
so
then I just it just had verse 1.
Yeah, that's cool. Because I know he's like he's kind of been now at this point like a long time collaborator on things, and he's cool at like adding the ad libs and kind of sprinkling in, just like elevating the vibe. You know what I mean? Sprinkling in his style in there too. So that's cool. So we got 6 tracks out now on YouTube.
Yep.
How many tracks are supposed to be on the album? And then like, was that number intentional? Did it just work out that way? Because it's like 3 acts, like a movie. Did you have like, what was the number, and like what did you have in mind? Yeah.
So I said 14 tracks, but it's really 13 because
13.
2 songs that were initially distinct, but I just put them together.
Okay.
Just because they use similar instruments, they merged together. And I'm like, let me just bridge them with a phone call. Okay. Like talk to myself, conversation or whatnot.
So it's like a beat switch, like a 5-minute type song or something like that, like a title / Title. Okay.
Exactly,
Cool.
just like that.
Okay.
And that's the one that's coming out. D&D BRB.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Yep, D&D BRB.
Dope.
And that's actually featuring a trilogy former member Marcus Whitman. He put some bass on there.
Okay.
So
cool.
So I was like, hey bro, like, what you thinking? You want to hop in? He's like, yeah, I could do something for that. So that was cool. And yeah, like that is kind of like, again, just like the start of the understanding me with other people. Again, specifically the relationships that I had, and just like talking about like the enthusiasm behind a relationship, and I want this and I want that. But then just kind of being so stuck in my head that I'm not really communicating. I'm just like talking at and saying this is cool, rather than receiving and being able to pause and just hear what the person that I'm hoping to build a mutual connection with, I'm not even practicing that, right? And so like go into starting to do that and just be like, I feel great, I feel low, and then the songs right after that really talk about, okay, why do you feel low? Let's talk about what your actions were, your responsibilities were, and how you still have a part to play in this, and gotta like figure your stuff out first too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many collaborations are on this project? We got Justin, we got Marcus,
Black Poet.
Okay, bet.
So bro features in the next 2 tracks for production.
Shout out to EJ. Yeah.
And then there's not another collab until the very last track.
Okay.
Ransack. Oh, did I say that out loud? It's not Ransack. Jokes. No, it's called Gleam, but the beat was called Ransack.
Oh, so okay, great. I was wondering about that song. It's like I recorded that forever ago. There's a lot of us on that.
Yeah,
like 4 or 5 of us on it.
That's Donnie. That's Simply Josiah. That's Legacy. That's MC Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That's Black Poet. That's myself.
Great, because I had that verse like tucked away, and I was like, I like that verse. I was like, I'm gonna have to put that out independently, because I was like,
no.
Even that little snippet, I was like, I'll put that out somewhere.
You should, yeah. I mean,
good. No, I'm glad that that's coming out. Like, okay, cool. That's good. That's news to me. Cool.
For sure. It's
dope. But
that's the closer.
Yeah.
So
okay. That's
13 tracks with those other 2 merged.
13 tracks, 3 acts. You did this for 7 years, 2011. So 2004 when you started Taekwondo?
Yeah.
2004. The project drops fully in 2026.
I want to say closer like 2005, right?
2005.
Yeah.
So this is
I really kind of like faded out Taekwondo in 2012.
Okay.
So yeah.
So this is like a project that's been 20 years in the making. Unintentionally.
I didn't say it like that.
Yeah, not knowing that this is what it was gonna become, and it's funny to go from mom told me to do it, I hate it, to like, okay, I guess I'll tolerate it, to like, oh, now I really see why it was important, and then like seeing how it just like played a role in all these different aspects of your life, to this culmination of like, here's like the music behind it, and seeing my life through this lens of all the teachings of Taekwondo. That's amazing. And then the fact that you didn't just, it's not like, oh yeah, I practiced Taekwondo for a bit. It's like, not like I really did it, and like I became a black belt, and I'm able to like talk about these experiences, and like that's really dope. This is definitely has masterpiece potential because of just having a project where you put so much into it around it. Like that, it's not just a bunch of songs that you put together. There's like your life in it. I think it'll be really fun to hear and see like come to fruition. And people are lucky. Like yo, some of the songs are already out right now. Like it's not even like a lead single. He's just like he put out 6 already. Like half of the album is out already. No, this is really really cool. What a dope accomplishment. You produced pretty much all of it with a couple of assists from EJ.
Absolutely.
Right. So like this is like pretty much almost entirely a full Center Hero Pragmatic project. Few features and everything. Like it's gonna be great, y'all. Like y'all check that out. Stay tuned, and slowly, intermittently dropping singles. So you want to just like, you know, keep your eyes open. Check out the YouTube channel, subscribe there, so you don't miss anything.
Definitely subscribe. Definitely.
But yeah, this is definitely. I think my last question is like, is this like a starting point for you now, or like, okay, this is the closing of that Taekwondo type chapter? Do you want to like do more martial arts stuff in the future, or is this like, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this part and now I'm moving on to the next thing?
I feel like it really is a starting point.
Okay. Okay.
I remember like I used to like be I didn't want to compete, I didn't want to spar, I didn't want to do all that. But it's not about the competition, it's not about how much better I can be than somebody else. It's about how much better can I be with myself and then sharpen somebody else while doing that.
For sure.
And I just now I really, with hindsight 2020, like our song, right? I really see the beauty in what it did for my life and where it can take me lifelong. Like I've seen folks, as you were talking about, Shawty in the 89.
Yeah.
Still
just pushing.
Right.
Every day.
Folks in their 90s, like close pretty much 100 years old, still practicing martial arts. And it's something that you can take at your own pace. And it's just how you use it for your body. And I'm like, man, like, it's lifelong. And it's family. Like, every dojo I've been able to practice at, like, folks like, oh, where'd you study? Like, we bow, we shake hands, like, we talk about our techniques. And it's just like, it's like just meeting cousins I'd never met before.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yo, like, yeah, so it's the start of a new journey. Whether I get back into it like professionally or not, it's just important that I keep that going, because it's in a sense it's oral history and tradition being passed down. It's,
for sure.
It's not something that was written. Like, it's something that, oh, you pass down this information, you practice it, and if you practice it enough, you get to pass it down.
And you'll be can we expect you to like talk about the Taekwondo journey like in depth, not just through the music, but just kind of teaching people, like, you know, showing them the forms and all that stuff, like talking.
You can expect that.
Okay, beautiful. There you go. So there we go. So
that. Let's do it.
Yeah. So like Day 1000 out, Dough on the way. Vic will be kind of going deeper into like the Taekwondo as an art form, a martial art, all the practices and the tenets of it. And then like I'll kind of be talking about, you know, the fitness aspect of things and kind of going deeper into it, because, you know, you put years into something, you learn a lot of things, you learn a lot of do's and don'ts, pros and cons of a you know, of an art form or practice. So we'll definitely just be talking about that more, you know what I mean, and whatnot. But hey, listen to the tracks that are out right now. 6 tracks from the upcoming album Dough. Pragmatic, Sunny Hero. Shout out to EJ, Marcus, Justin, for contributing. Yeah, just like stay tuned. We got some good music out right now, like for real. You know, so yeah, hey Vic, I appreciate you breaking that down for us.
What's up? Appreciate you.
6 years in the making, musically, 20 years in the making, you know, physically and mentally, just kind of going at it. This will be great to finally see out, because I know you've been working on it for so long.
I'm excited for it.
Just to like, it's like, hey, here it is. It's out here in the world for people to hear. So yeah, man, this is great. Thanks for tuning in. Just broke down Dough, episode 18 or whatever podcast. You know, stay tuned. We're gonna keep going. We're staying like super consistent. Yeah. You're seeing us every day. We're showing up every day.
Yeah.
All right, so
clock in, clock out.
Exactly. So I hope y'all are doing well, and we'll see you at the next episode.
Catch you. Let's get it.